Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mystic Hawk YouTube channel, or should I say the all-new Mystic Hawk YouTube channel. Yes, I'm back, and I am doing the sun sign readings after some deliberation and some meditation on the situation, especially after that Mardi Gras reading, talking about the new blueprints. Well, the new blueprints instructed me that because the times that are coming up, it might be, and everybody, and those of you that have also asked for, where's the sun sign readings? Well, okay, I thought about it, and I decided I was going to do that. Speaking of readings, if you like a personal reading, my website is still under construction. That's one of the whirlwind things that's been happening on top of rearranging my house and setting up the studio, is getting the website under construction. But I do have some time available. I am starting to do personal readings again. If you'd like one, please email me from the email in the description down below, and I'll get with you and we'll get that set up. A reminder, all the readings come with an audio recording of that reading, and you get a nice quartz crystal, a jewelry point. Oops, sorry, I keep forgetting I don't have that camera on. Nice jewelry point quartz crystal, about this size roughly. I'm going to choose one from you out of the many that I do have. The one that is for you will come to you, and I do that after the reading, so I still have the energy of the reading on me when I choose those crystals, and they do absolutely get to you. I have a thank you. That's it. I don't have it with me. Oh, there it is. Yes, I do have the thank you note that I have received from one of you, from one of my clients out there that did get a crystal reading and received her crystal. So yes, you very much get that, and thank you very much for sending me some mail. I was so excited to get that. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for all that. So okay, yeah, I talked about that. Another thing is, if you look in the description down below, I want to talk about it before I even get to it. I made, just for these readings for this month, it goes along with this card you'll be seeing very shortly, called The Sound of the Universe. I made a playlist on Spotify that's in the link down below, music that goes along with this reading that will help to raise your vibration, get you into the sound of the universe. It's free on Spotify. All you have to do is get the app, and you can listen to it for free. So, you know, and there are glitches, there's commercials unless you want to pay the price for it. If anybody out there knows of a service where I could share a playlist that is better than Spotify, please let me know. I appreciate it, because I started making music mixes all the way back in the 80s, back when we had cassette tapes. I'd sell them for $5 a pop for gas money and play money and stuff back when I was 18, 21, somewhere in there. And all the way, then I made CDs for people at parties. So I really feel the universe speaking to me. Matter of fact, in the year 2020, I had a CD that I made in 2007 that was literally the soundtrack of 2020. So it is pretty amazing how spirit speaks through music. So let's get on to the cards. This is going to be a collective. This section right here is for the collective. I will get on to your individual sun sign, sun, moon, and rising sign readings shortly, right after this. But I wanted everybody to know this information. It's so much easier for me to do it one time. So what I want to do is first go over a few things. You really, I know it's wild and crazy and it's impromptu and throw together, but that Mardi Gras video, I had some pretty intense channelings in it. And the reading that came through that was pretty awesome. This is just a quick overview of the cards that we pulled, which is the new blueprints. That was about downloading the new blueprints from the Soul Star Chakra. That's our higher self. That chakra is just above the head. It's not, this is the crown chakra. It's the next one up above that, where our higher selves and our soul selves live. That's where all the information that comes from our Akashic records, all the information of what we decided to do in this lifetime, our contract, and all of the blueprints basically are what blueprints are directions on how to put something together, right? So the directions on how to put our life together, especially in these new days and times, and that's going to lead us to being a realm builder. Okay, realm builder, this new realm into the 5D. This is all about ascension, working on ascension, and the all new Mystic Hawk channel is here to assist you with your ascension. So yes, I do personal readings about personal things, but I am focusing on you and how you can raise your vibration, how you can change your reality from the inside out. Okay, so here we go. We have the high heart chakra, and the high heart chakra was activated through these blueprints, and that was one of the things that was required. And you may have even felt like you were purging and releasing a lot of energy, perhaps emotions. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of that still going on, even from last year. I know, right? But this particular time leading up to this new energy that we're coming into right here, now that Mars, as of yesterday, has gone into Gemini, activating the north node of our destiny. Not only, we also get a new flux of life force energy. So I think all of us should be feeling a lot better coming up in the month of March, or whenever you're watching this reading, because again, these readings are timeless. I put a lot of time and energy and work into it, and believe me, when Spirit sends you a video, whether it's for your sign or not, or as a collective reading, again, I express that you should really watch the collective readings. You know, that way I don't have to put these little clips ahead. The correct collective readings really have a lot of information in there, and they're very fitting for everyone. So anyway, as you get this new life force energy, that will open up the doorway for radical expansion. And I also call it radical self-expression and expansion. They look at that from our high heart chakra is emerging this beautiful white dragon. What beautiful cards these are, huh? This is from Beyond Lemuria by Izzy Ivy. Okay, so Izzy Ivy she painted these cards and wrote the book on it. So it's pretty awesome material. All right, so the next card we have that goes along with this radical expansion, really, you know, as we're getting these downloads, it expands our mind to incorporate things that perhaps we never dreamed of before, or getting to be parts of ourselves that we thought we could never express. As this high heart is open and we're able to express this wonderful mystical dragon, you know, mystical dragon-like part of ourselves. I'm kind of getting pulled into this card, and what I'm looking at here is, you know, I see the spiral, the corkscrew of how the dragon is coming out. And I was thinking of, you know, we think so much as these cards are lined up in a linear form that everything happens in a linear way. But really, it's just a bunch going around in a bunch of circles. But hopefully that's going up. So we start down here. And just like here I am coming back around full circle to the Mystic Hawk. But I'm on such a different level than I was 3 years ago when I first started this channel. I'm a different person altogether. And it has to do, a lot of it, with my spiritual journey, some of it being the Mystic Hawk. So here we go. This is going to be activating the Sacral Chakra. So springtime, baby. Get your mojo on, because that is the mojo chakra of sexuality, sensuality, and creativity. Yes, that's where we have all of that. And if, a lot of times we find ourselves blocked in expressing any one of those areas of our lives, whether it be sexual, sensual, or creative. Now, that could be dealing with some old traumas and stuff. Again, we're still in this purging mode. If you really want to work with your sacral chakra, and you might want to find some orange stones. Oh, what are you called? Anyway, I picked up my orange crystals, and I'm like, I don't remember what that's called. I'll remember it in a minute. Anyway, the sacral chakra, it is part of our creativity, our mojo. This is how that expression flows as it's coming down, grounding out through the chakras, going into the Earth Star chakra just below our feet. It's come down through the Soul Star to the Earth Star. This is how the divine inspires us, and then it comes back up and out to be expressed. And it's expressed in a lot of ways, sometimes through music, through the sound of the universe. This is about music and dancing, that expression of that universal vibe, the universal energy of how it resonates in and out, as above, so below. And it is us getting in tune as we listen to music. That's why I made that music mix for you guys. It's down in the description down below. Listen to it at least once. It's great music. Good background, high vibrational. It's all talking about love and all good stuff, you know, but not of that lower base level sexual, you know, low level base sexual energy. No, we're talking about sexual energy that is mixed with, where did it go? The high heart chakra here. And when you put these two together, the high heart chakra and the blending of that, some amazing and divinely inspired, divinely supported energies can come forth into creation, into the material world. So these are exciting times. We have all the planets going direct right now. The wind is at our backs if we choose our destiny. North node, remember, Mars is activating the north node. This is destiny time, people. Go time, and activate your blueprints. Allow this radical expansion to happen, radical creativity, radical self-expression. Allow yourself to come out into the world as who you are, specifically your own beautiful, unique self. Welcome to the age of Aquarius, everyone. And now, on to your reading. Woohoo! Hello, Leo, and welcome to your part of the reading for the Leo Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, this is coming right off of talking about the life force energy, radical expression, the sacral chakra, and the sounds of the universe. These are all of the energy that is available to the collective, which means it's also available to you. But in this particular spread that I'm using, the Vice Versa Tarot, Sacred Destiny cards, and Angel of Abundance, I put together this reading to see how you're doing with accepting this new energy coming into your world. Now, I'm going to get blazing through this reading. Once I get on a roll, I'm going. So if you don't mind hitting the like button, if this resonates with you at any point, it really will help me to get my message out. And as I said, I want to point you to the video that I made, What is Your Why? That was like a Mystic Insights quick take after the Taurus reading, because it really made me think after doing the reading for Taurus, yeah, what is my why? And so I discussed that on there, and knowing the why other than just wanting to, why we're doing anything, working a job or in a relationship. Is it something deeper in a relationship, whatever kind of situation where you've lived, all of that, it needs to be for a deeper meaning than just for the basics of, yes, it covers my shelter and all of that. The why is, why am I motivated? Why am I driven to being in this situation? So I'm conveying that to everybody after that reading, because I found that might be that a lot of people are looking into this, like, especially after last year, why am I here? What am I doing in this situation? So the first card that I came up with for you guys is the flip side of the world card. That's one thing that's wonderful about these vice versa. So there's the, well, oh no, that's the front side of the world card. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong one. There's the flip side. There's the front side. So we got the front side of the world cards. You have completed a cycle. And that's what I was talking about, is how everything goes in cycles and spirals. And this is a time to mark a milestone in the completion of a cycle that you have gone through in life. In whatever situation, something is ended so that something else can begin. And you may not from what I'm seeing in the cards, you may not have realized that new beginning yet. You do feel that ending, you know what's leaving, but there's that empty kind of whoa waiting place of you kind of know where it's going, but not for sure, because I see that with the Hangman card being in the outcome of the situation. So you still feel like you're kind of hanging, you've been in suspension, you're still waiting for some kind of results. But before we get there, um, see, the card that's pulling me right above this, the World card for you guys, is the Seven of Pentacles. So that is definitely planting seeds and waiting for results to come in, waiting for cycles. Now, this card does warn to have a plan B, just in case what you're working on, or the project that you're completing and finishing up right now doesn't pay off with the results that you were looking for. Or you may not be able to, if you're moving, you may need to have a plan B, choose a different house. If you thought it was going to be this one, you may need to tweak things. Or if you're picking a car, I'm seeing all these different things where you wanted that one, but for some reason it wasn't available, too expensive, it's too hard to get there, whatever the dynamic was in the situation. You may need to have definitely a plan B to go along with this. I do see a lot of communication coming fast and furious with this Eight of Wands situation. That is, could be arrows of love, but again, I don't see a lot of cups. I haven't seen a lot of cups for people. A lot of people are focusing on their careers and what's going on in their lives, at least for the readings that's reflecting these cards right now. This is all about you right now, Leo. We're just talking about you and what you need to do. There's going to be some kind of message, phone calls. They could be text. It could be emails. Could even be something that, like, you're watching this video and getting information from. But definitely, I feel like there's a lot of energy coming your way, and it's communication energy, and it's fiery energy. Finally, Mars has a little bit of air to work with. And air really works well with the fire sign for Leo. So you definitely feel like you're able to move forward. There is a movement that is happening. Well, or maybe it's like 2 steps forward, stop, wait. Not really one back, but it's like take 2 steps forward. Now you got to wait. Then the universe opens another door, 2 more steps forward. Then you got to wait and reevaluate, look at the situation, because there's some internal things that you need to tweak and regulate a little bit, and to understand, perhaps to process out and let go of before you can move in to this amazing reality the universe really wants you to step into. But you have some of your old belief systems, Sagittarius South Node, these old beliefs and expectations that are that could very possibly hold you back if you allow it, because we see over here thriving, abundance, potential. So there's this potential for great abundance and thriving. However, what's getting in the way? And yeah, I'm jumping around because I can do that. What's getting in the way is what? This Five of Pentacles. This is the flip side of the Five of Pentacles. I'm seeing this a lot, this poverty consciousness. But this is the rich man. See, there's the upright. You see, there's the poor guy outside in the cold. That's being left out in the cold. This guy's not left out in the cold. He got to be inside in the nice warm house with the window, and, he's doing really good. The rich fella, he's got everything he needs. He's got all the food he needs. He's got money. He's got his pentacles in order. He goes home to the 10 of Pentacles. But still, he's at the church with his head in his hands, and he's feeling guilty and remorseful for how he used his time and energy. Perhaps feeling guilty about a particular situation where maybe it's seemingly he has the upper hand. That poor fellow that he passed by in the snow out here on his way inside the church, starving, hungry, freezing. Did he give him a coin on the way in? Did he offer him some food? Did he offer him some drink, some shelter? Did he invite him in to come with him? Perhaps that's some of the guilt that is plaguing him in this situation and really feeling bad about perhaps how something turned out. And then over here we have this card that's talking about letting go of guilt, so that you can have the thriving abundance and the potential that is waiting for you. Again, seven of Pentacles. This is talking all about potential. This is the potential harvest. He hasn't plucked the fruit off the tree. There is no guarantee this fruit isn't going to rot, get some kind of pest or disease before it is ready to harvest, and he loses half of his harvest. So there does always need to be a plan B in the situation. Even though there's this world card that says, yes, you're free to go and enjoy all of this wonderful abundance and potential so that you can thrive in your world, there's still some issues that need to be worked out. And I really feel it is around your profession, the work that you do. This is the master craftsman and the priest right there. The priest is looking on, blessing the job as the master craftsman's doing the job. He's really praised. He's thought highly of for the work that he does. So I feel like this might be a major cycle, a completion, and perhaps a project. You might have just finished a building project. You might have, if you're work for yourself, an independent contractor or something, there may be a project that has just finished up and you're looking over it, and that is a milestone in itself. Perhaps as a home project that you've been working on, redoing a kitchen or a bathroom or one of your rooms, or adding on to a garage, and that project is finally finished, and that's stepping back and going, there may be some things that are still in the works and being held up, but for the most part, it's really starting to come together. Something happened in the past. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this, the inner world of the King of Swords. That would be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That would be an air sign. Possibly, or it could be you and how you worked in the past. Now, this King of Swords, he can tend to be kind of a martyr in a situation. He is facing the storm with his sword grounded out, wearing a metal suit with his sword in the ground, thinking he can take the energy on and transmute it and save everybody. So, it's kind of, don't want to get into the captain save the day mentality, right? And perhaps you martyred yourself in a particular situation. Perhaps you were dealing with a King of Swords, not necessarily a male, but someone with a lot of masculine energy, someone that is very fierce and ferocious, not afraid to face lightning. But I don't see like tremendous upset. I see a lot of strength. So you felt like you had a lot of strength coming from the situation, from this situation that you may have really had to stand your ground, or somebody stood their ground with you. But in the end, they said that you need to use the higher vibration of Leo, to use the strength of this maiden, because here's a strength card that is Leo, so that signifying you. And here is the maiden using the strength over her beastly. So somebody went into beast mode is what I'm seeing. And what the universe, your higher self, is saying, it is time to go back and be more gentle, be more compassionate in the situation. Whether it was you that went into beast mode or somebody else that went into beast mode, if you want to calm and tame the situation down, it's going to require some communication about what went on. Perhaps you're waiting on communication from this person or situation. Definitely, I see the fire energy has gone internal. This is the Queen of Wands on the flip side. There she is, upright. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. In a lot of ways, I feel this is probably you. And when the Queen of Wands, she's a very social creature. She's out there. See all those vines coming off her throne? Oops. See all those vines coming off her throne? Those are all her social connections that she has out there. She knows a lot of people. She has a lot of connections. She keeps up. Conversates and keeps up with a whole lot of people, knows what's going on in the world. Well, look at the backside of her throne and all those tangled vines and roots and vines and everything just really encrusting her throne. That's her inner life. That's how you think the outer life is complicated, baby. You just see it on the inside, because it's all kind of thoughts and situations and trying to work things out. So you've got a lot of, I'm hearing a lot of irons in the fire, and what they're saying is you need to declutter, kind of maybe even declutter your schedule, slim down, pare down, declutter your house, declutter your surroundings, declutter your desk, so that you will be able to clear the surface and the universe can bring in more abundance to you. So there's something in the way of all of this coming to you. Your guilt, it says, letting go of some kind of guilt that you had in a situation, perhaps forgiving yourself or another person. Perhaps it's like, in a way, when I touched this card and I looked at it from the rich man's point of view, it's almost like survivor's guilt. Like if you were in a disaster or a storm or something happened, or a car crash or something like that, and you were the one that lived, but others didn't, or you're the one that ended up being prosperous and abundant, but other people weren't, and you're really trying to come to terms with that, how you feel about you spending your time and money. And again, if that was not the situation, again, this is, I hear so many Leos right now. I'm trying to kind of pin it down to at least 2 or 3 scenarios, and let's not go out to any more than that, because there's a whole lot going on. You see all these vines with Leo. I'm trying to follow this. I'm trying to follow everything that's going on with y'all. This is not easy to keep up with. Y'all got a lot going on. Here we go. We have the Star card. That comes after a Tower. Because we have the World card finishing up. This may be the healing that has come after dealing with this situation with the King of Swords. Or you know, finding yourself being a martyr and you know, trying to save everybody, trying to do things for everybody else at the expense of yourself, at the expense of your own spiritual growth, at the expense of taking care of your own body, your own house, your own car, okay? Just expending yourself to the point where you're really having to reevaluate and have a plan B in the situation. It's time for a healing. It's time for future plans to figure out how to align with the universe so you can have this thriving abundance, you know, to unlock that potential for it. Because the potential is absolutely there. You've got everything you need to have this reality that you would like to see happen. But there definitely, there's some belief systems and some issues around the finances. Worrying about perhaps getting some successful funding for a project. Again, it's all about decluttering your space and your mind, and making openings, making space. Like if you want new clothes and your closet is stuffed, Leo, you got to go through the closet and decide what you're going to give away to the thrift store so that you have room to get more cool stuff, right? Okay. That's pretty much what it is, but it also happens within as well as without. And sometimes in order to get to what's on the inside, we start with what's on the outside. I do see you guys have been working very, very hard, you know, possibly helping a lot of people, maybe even moving their stuff. So this guy, those are supposed to be wands, but they look like logs to me. He's got a heavy burden, and none of that is his. He's carrying all this stuff. None of it belongs to him. He's carrying it to the big house. Carrying it to the big house. All that stuff belongs to somebody else. He's doing all this hard work, investing all this time and energy, and it's going to other people. Again, that comes back to this 5 of Pentacles, talking about, oh my goodness, I'm putting all this energy into things, and look over here. This is what my crop is doing. While I'm breaking my back, helping everybody else because I couldn't do some internal work because I was too busy with all the social and helping everybody, and I need to go and spend some time here now. In the Hangman, that's what this is about. Let me put these down for a minute. We got the Hangman, and that's the Queen of Wands going into her internal mode, trying to figure out her own vines and vibe and everything like that. It's time to turn yourself upside down and reevaluate the situation. Maybe through being turned upside down, decluttering your house, you'll be able to figure out what the plan B is. You know, if you don't get everything you need out of that harvest, it might be time to readjust your attitude about the situation. Interestingly enough, when you see this Ten of Wands, this is what happens to a Ten of Wands. You keep up with, you know, carrying everybody else's burdens and not taking care of yourself. Not only do you break your own back, don't even have time to look up at the stars. You see that guy? He's not looking at the stars. He's looking down at the path. That's all he sees. It's one job after another. Trying to do this. The camera's freaking out. But see, there's the star. And that statue, look, that's him. Who puts a statue up to you know, a serf, you know, a servant? You know, a servant has a statue. No, this is saying this person, this servant, this laborer that you see yourself is going to be written in stone. This is going to be who you are. If you don't drop those burdens, stretch your back out and look up and look around and see there's a bigger, brighter world around you. You do not have to be stuck in that small reality being everybody's servant. I was going to say another word, but I'm trying to keep it clean for you too. So you don't want to be everybody's servant, Leo. Who are you, Leo? Are you the king? Are you the lion? Are you the mouse? Are you the everybody's servant biatch, huh? Mm-hmm. Which one is it? Might be time to go back and very gently, with compassion, with true real strength, just let people know I ain't this person. Right? There was, and you know, here we got in the environment, but this again, I could see with you, your mental attitude. This is the Page of Swords. This is the flip side of the Page of Swords. It's upright. He looks really determined, like, I'm gonna do this, I got this. But you know, on the backside, we see he's kind of vulnerable in this situation. He doesn't have any shoes on. He doesn't have any coat on. It looks really cold. He's holding on to that sword for dear life. It's worrying about, can I cope with all this stuff that's going on? I know I'm showing to the world that I'm really fierce, but really there may be a part of you that's going, just like with these two cards, I don't know. Can I handle it? Can I cope with this situation? God, please help me. That is going to the Most High to ask for help. And that, of course, is a very good, you know, always, that's what the star card says, you know, help is coming. Maybe allow other people to help you. Ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. People are glad to help. It gives them the opportunity. Perhaps people that you've helped so much gives them the opportunity to give back to you. And also, what they just said is what's going on with you to feel like you have to do all this extra giving and helping other people. And when it comes time to them giving back to you, that you have trouble receiving that. Do you see that as you feel, is it because are you giving and helping out of ego? Or are you giving and helping because that's where your heart is? Now, if you're giving and helping out of ego, either we're expecting something in return, or we don't want to receive back from other people because it makes us feel big and better, and you know, maybe even a little better than the other person, to be able to have it to give to other people. I got the time, I get the energy, I got you. No, I don't need any help. I'm good. All the while you're struggling to hang on to your path. Why not? And then you end up in the church, even though you got all this money and got all this abundance, you end up in the church with your head in your hand. Oh, God, please help me. What am I going to do? Well, allow God to actually come through with this star card and give you the help. And it might be in the form of other people, communication, somebody else to show up to help you with the job instead of you doing it by yourself. At least giving you that spiritual support, at least giving you that moral support that you need, having a friend to talk to bounce ideas off with, or someone that you can actually feel vulnerable, that you trust enough that you can be vulnerable around to say, hey, I just don't know what to do. I just feel all turned upside down. I just really had to turn myself upside down and look at the world from a totally different way. And again, with Mars activating the North Node, that can very much be what that feels like. We're going from this dogmatic, this is the way it's always been, this Sagittarius and South Node. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to tell you the way it is, you know, hierarchy kind of situation, to more of a collective, more of a collective, all-inclusive, have more fun, everybody help each other out. Gemini energy, which resonates really well with Leo. Leos and Geminis usually, for the most part, sometimes the Gemini duality kind of gets on Leo's nerves. So like, yesterday you said this, now today you're saying that. Well, so what is a Gemini? Well, it depends on which twin you get. But for overall, to have someone else there to help you in this situation. Now, let me see if there's anything on these cards over here. It says successful funding. So maybe that's what you're worried about. Got the head in the hands. Where's the money going to come from? I'm not sure this crop is going to pay off. This job is going to pay off. If I'm going to have enough to pay the bills, maybe, you know, or have enough to complete this project that I'm working on. Here we go. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you that idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. There's crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments available to help you. So there's money out there, people out there waiting and happy and willing to help you if you open yourself up, quit being the martyr, and open yourself up to receiving this help so that you can thrive and have your abundance. Realize this potential, Leo. Hey, so another thing I'm coming right back to the World card is celebrate a milestone. You have really hit a milestone in life, this completion of this other project. There might be some details yet to work out, but you really hit a milestone. Yes, you can cope. Just hang in there, Leo. It's a coming. So, all right. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. That really does help me to share my message and fulfill my destiny. So thank you very much for helping me do that. If you'd like a reading, hit me up in the email down below and I'll work it out with you and we'll get you a reading. All right. Thank you, Leo, and have a blessed day. See you on the flip side. Leo. Bye-bye now.